Hey everybody, and welcome to another Bree Book Reviews video. As you can see, I am recording in another location today. I will probably be recording a couple videos, so if this is the background you see for a few days, it is because I'm double recording today. I cannot record in the living room like normal because Brian is busy out there playing Overwatch and it's very loud and noisy and I cannot record because he's just playing his game too loud. So today I will be announcing some TBRs for read-alongs I will be joining. There are 2 read-alongs that I'm doing in this month, well, starting in this month for one of them, but one of them kind of like coexists with the others, so I will be going into the first one and talking about that and then going over the books I will be doing for the little mini challenges that are in it. So the first main challenge I will be doing is called Tometopple. This was started by Sam from Thoughts on Tomes. I will leave a link down below with the original video with all of the challenges and stuff that go along with this. So the purpose of this challenge is to get large books on your shelves read, because we all want to see like a large stack of books at the end of the month and be really proud of that big stack, but a lot of times we're afraid to read the larger books because that means we'll be reading less, and I am definitely guilty of doing that sometimes, but then that leaves the large books just sitting on our shelves for so long not getting read. So this read along is going to be a total of 2 weeks. It starts June 6th through June 19th, I believe, and Sam is doing it along with a bunch of other readers that are part of different types of social media. There's people on Instagram, there's people who have blogs, there's other booktubers, and it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. And there are 5 main challenges to this read-along, so I will be going over each one and the books that I plan to correspond to those challenges. So challenge number 1 is to read more than 1 tome, and the book, in order for it to count, has to be over 500 pages. The first main one that I plan to read is Heir of Navron, which is the 3rd installment in the Rhaeria Revelations series by Michael J. Sullivan. I have been listening to this on audiobook, well, this series on audiobook for the past month now. It literally took me like 3, maybe 4 days to read each of these books, so I plan on flying through this. It's technically 2 books in one, but I've really never seen these books split up, so I'm kind of counting this as one big book. And if we count it as one big book, it is 895 pages, I believe. The second challenge is to take a graphic novel break, and for that I will actually be reading a manga. I am currently reading Vinland Saga by Makoto Yukimura. I'm in the middle of reading it, but I'm going to be continuing to read this in June, so I might as well put it in this challenge. And I think it should get bonus points, even though it says it doesn't have to be over 500 pages. But this is definitely over 500 pages. Bonus to me! Challenge number 3 is to read a tome that is part of a series. Pretty much all of the books that I'm reading this month are large books and part of series, but just for the video's sake and my TBR's sake, I will show you the next book that I plan on reading, which is also kind of doubling up in another read-along that I'll be joining, and that is Game of Thrones by George R. R. Martin. This is a reread for me. I've already read all 5 books that are out, but this will be part of a read-along that I will be doing that was started by Kayla from Bookadoodles, Riley from Riley Marie, and Liz from Liz Loves Literature. They are doing a read-along for all 5 books, 1 a month. June will be Game of Thrones, and then July will be Clash of Kings, and so on and so forth. So I will also be starting to read this. I have been meaning to reread this because I've never reread it, and I've only read through this series 1 time, and I know I've missed a lot of information. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I am a Game of Thrones, Song of Ice and Fire, mythology, lore, like, guru buff, like, guru. I wouldn't say that, but I absolutely will spend hours and hours and hours watching other YouTubers doing videos solely on the lore, mythology, history, background of A Song of Ice and Fire. So I'm definitely more knowledgeable in the books than I used to be when I first read through them, so it's going to be interesting to reread it now that I have a better #hold on the world and all of the characters in it. So I am very excited to reread this series. Along with that, there is a hashtag. It is hashtag read ASOIAF. A Song of Ice and Fire. So they are going to be doing like Game of Thrones related videos throughout these few months that they'll be reading this, as well as I think there's a Goodreads group going on for it, but any links to either one of these read-alongs I will leave down below, so if you are interested in either one of them, definitely go check it out. As far as the Tometopples challenges go, this is definitely part of a series, and it is definitely over 500 pages. The copy I have here clocks in at 807 pages. Challenge number 4 is to read over 500 pages in 1 week, which, if I'm correct with how long it's been taking me to read all of the Rhaeria books, it should be no problem to read over 500 pages in 1 week. I definitely have a very, very ambitious TBR for this whole read-along. I have more books, just we'll get to them. I have a total of 3 large tomes that I want to try and read during this read-along, so obviously I've got to plan it out to where I will definitely be reading way over 500 pages in a week. If I'm to get all 3 books done in 2 weeks, then yes, definitely over 500 pages will be read in 1 week. And challenge number 5 is to read an adult novel, which my entire TBR are adult novels, but just to throw it in there, I've added another one, my 3rd and final book that I really, really want to read during this read-along, plus I was already planning on reading it this month, so I figure why not make it a part of the challenge, is Red Seas Under Red Skies by Scott Lynch. This is the 2nd book in the Gentleman's Bastard series, and I told you guys last week that I was in the middle of reading the 1st book. It was a little bit slow at first. Definitely as it got further into the story, it just sucked me right in, and by the end of the novel I was like, please give me the 2nd book. So I was gonna start this one immediately after I put down the other one, which was a few days ago, but I decided to wait so that I could add it to this read-along. This puppy here clocks in at 760 pages. So these are all the books that I will be reading for the 2 read-alongs. Again, all information will be down below. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down below as well, and I will see you guys later. Bye!